hottest and biggest superstars in Hollywood. Please welcome Mel Gibson.
Well, this is comfort.
Oh, make yourself at home. Make yourself at home.
Hey, it's an extension of my living room. Wow.
You are a sex symbol.
Is that what they say?
No, I mean, these go up in 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I mean, Braveheart, we can go on and on and on.
Well, that's good. I mean, you must know that feeling like when people appreciate what you do,
yeah.
That's kind of the biggest reward you can get. Which brings me to the question, are you going to, like, stick with this gig? Or are you going back to ball? What are you doing?
No, I'm going to stick with it. I'm not going to keep switching, going back and forth. I'm going to stick with it.
If you get as many points in the ratings as you did on the court, you'll be fine. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. What's the best and the worst thing about being famous? Because for me, you know, I think the worst thing is trying to spend time with my kids and my wife, and people interrupt you all the time. That's the worst thing.
That's
the
true.
best thing is that people always give you free dinners and tennis shoes and things like that.
Yeah, this is, I didn't pay for this. It's great. Giorgio Armani. No, it's great. You get all this good stuff. That's the part you take advantage of. And for a while, you feel guilty because you say, well, that's really decadent. I shouldn't really jump the line. But after a while, when you start to deal with the bad stuff that comes with it, you think, well, I'm taking the good stuff. You know, I'll even out somewhere along the line. So I became a selfish pig. And but there's ups and downs. But I think we all end up even somewhere along the line. You know?
Right. Now, you love to direct using joke voices.
Oh, yeah.
You always do that.
Sure.
Can you give me some of them voices?
Well, you know, this would be really embarrassing if I came out with something and no one knew who it was.
Go ahead, they'll know. Go ahead.
All right. Let me see. Action. Who's that?
And then you have another hidden talent.
What?
Good.
Hopefully I have another hidden talent.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
What, sound effects and such?
Yeah, I want to hear your sound effects. Come on, we're going to stand up to do this one. Come on.
I want you to do, you have to try it too.
All right. Okay. You're going to do one, then you're going to have me do one.
Sure.
Okay.
I want to teach you the water drop, which is, it's not that hard, and I'll bet you get it in a week or so. No, you might get it right away. Can't do it. I'm nervous.
Mel,
dry mouth.
Nervous? Now, you know I got big lips, though, so...
Would you try it? Say in your mind, oi?
Oi? Oi?
But don't voice it and go. Oh, you got it. Now, the other thing you got to do is you got to be able to play like the William Tell Overture on your face. You know, the Lone Ranger theme song.
Okay.
You know, like you know.
I'm not touching that one. Man.
I used to be able to do it with a shifting spanner and a microphone, you know. And you'd hit yourself on the head and make all these different tonal cavities that make different notes, you know.
Now,
a strange and painful talent, yeah.
You had to work on all these voices?
Yes, I did them as a child.
And the sounds as well?
Yeah, facial weirdities and things like that, you know.
Wow.
Muscularity where you sort of like shift your eyebrows around. Or you can cross one eye, you know, sort of just one. or even the other one, you know. Nostril flaring.
Now, you have 6 kids, right? 6 kids.
Last I counted, 6, yeah.
Now, how do they handle having such a famous dad?
Well, one of them once remarked, it was an interesting conversation. We had at breakfast one morning. He said he wanted to be an actor. You know, he really appreciated what I did. And I said, well, why? He says, so I can take your place when you die. They also...
And your money, too.
All that. They're always on about, you know, the will and what are you going to leave me and all that. They're 8 years old. I have to check the drink, you know. They're like...
Okay, now, this is what it was hard to believe. I can't believe this.
Yeah.
You actually worked, this guy here, at Kentucky Fried Chicken in Australia. Who can believe that?
Yeah.
Huh?
11 herbs and spices.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Hey, Mel, give me a 6-piece.
No, but I wasn't even that good. They didn't want to put me on display. I was this long-haired guy who looked kind of hairy, and I used to be in the back cooking. See, the person out the front was usually a cute girl or something. They kept the pimply 17-year-olds back cooking, you know. So there I was, you know.
Can you imagine by now you'd probably be the manager or the owner of that?
Yeah.
Can you guys see him as the manager? Nah.
I don't know. I don't think I like the white suit.
Nah, that's not you.
Yeah, no.
Hey, Mel, will you stick around?
Yo.
Because up next, the studio audience gets into our business. Stay with us. You know, our studio audience has some questions for you.
All right.
And our stage manager, Ernie, is in the audience. Ernie, what you got for us?
Who's got a question from Mel?
What's the strangest thing anyone has ever asked you to autograph?
To autograph? Well, various parts of people's anatomies have been thrust at me and sort of like asked to autograph.
Lower?
Upper, usually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you sign?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good man, good man.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
What's your favorite dirty joke?
My favorite dirty joke. I think it's the one about the guy who has an obsession with women's breasts. And he goes to a psychologist to sort of check it out. And he gives him word association. He says apples, and the guy goes, oh. And he says, okay, that I understand. Pears. And he says, oh, breast. And he says, oh, that I understand. He says, I'll throw him a curve. He says, windshield wipers. And the guy goes, oh, breast, like that. And the guy says, well, okay, apples and pears, I understand. Windshield wipers? He goes, oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna be hanging out with him more.
My friend and I were wondering what was worn under your kilt while filming Braveheart.
Well, some very cold air and some very coarse 13th century fictional but very necessary for nowadays kind of designer underpants.
Hey, let's give it up for Mel for his performance in Braveheart. Yeah.
I was reading in an article that you were trying to quit smoking. Have you quit?
Every day, I quit every day.
Magic, I hear that you and Mel are both from large families. Do you think that had anything to do with giving you the drive to succeed?
Yes. Because a lot of times, I know for me, Mel, that if we didn't make it home by 4:35, we were not going to have any dinner.
No food.
No food.
It was like,
Yeah. I come from a family of 10, 6 sisters and 3 brothers. So if you don't make it dinner time, you starving.
Yeah. I had 11. I got 5 sisters and 5 brothers. So it was feeding time at the zoo.
Yes.
And I think your family is probably larger than mine, though.
Yeah. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I had little parents.
Yeah. There were no leftovers either.
Yeah.
No leftovers. Mel, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
You know, appreciate it. Thank you. We got the music of Vegas on the rebound, so stick around.